Hey, greetings, YouTubers. It's your main man, Black Lion, and I gotta talk to you today about your man, Mike Vick. I mean, what's the guy thinking? He's going off on Colin Kaepernick, saying that he needs to cut his hair to seem more professional, and that's why he doesn't have a job in the NFL. Absolutely ridiculous. He later came back and retracted the statement. But Mike, do you forget? You used to rock the cornrows. You used to, we saw you when we were young and identified with you because okay, you rock your hair like we rock our hair. You're representing in the NFL the way we would if we had your opportunity, if we had the platform. You're doing it your way. You're still you, but you're doing the job that you've been tasked to do, and I guess he think because he had to rehab his image because he was a felon, and I mean not to hold that against him. He did his time, he served his time, and he was given another chance, but. I guess he thinks that Colin needs the same image rehab that he got, but Colin didn't break any laws. The only thing he did was stand for an injustice. He was sick of seeing his people every day on the news get, shot down and cop get off scot free. I feared for my life. He reached for my gun every single time. He saw the pattern that we all see that white America just, they're still oblivious to for some reason. Even though they see it time after time after time again, they're still so oblivious to, these unarmed black people being shot down like common, like animals. But yeah, so him standing up and trying to bring attention to a real problem, to a real issue here in America does not equate with, fighting dogs for sport. I mean, one is a felony, one is his duty, I would say, as an American, with the platform. When you see something that's not right and you have the ability to bring light to it, I mean, dude, I mean that's what a person who has the courage of their convictions does. They stand up when they see injustice. They stand up when they see wrongdoing. They stand up when they see something's not right. So I'm 100%. Before the whole the protest, the taking a knee, which is his right as an American. I really wasn't feeling Colin Kaepernick. I wasn't a fan of his at all. He played in the West. He beat the Panthers a couple years back in the division game. I mean, well, to advance, yeah. And I don't know. I was never really a Colin Kaepernick fan, But after the protest, and starting to hear the things that he's saying, okay, this brother kind of woke. He really sees what's going on. And he won me over. I'm not gonna. I didn't buy his jersey or anything because I know he doesn't get any of that. That doesn't help. And I know he wouldn't be with that team. But yeah, I mean, I stand beside. I stand behind him. He's, I think, the only NFL player that I actually follow on Twitter. So well, maybe former NFL player, but yeah, most def, man. I think Mike was way out of line. What he did does not equate with what he did. Mike, I guess he had to sell his soul and play that corporate game for that extra opportunity, and he's thinking Colin should do the same. Like, look, I cut my hair, and I won't say shuck and jive, but I mean I fit into the role that they wanted me to. I conformed to that norm that they wanted me to conform to in order to have a job or have a place in their organization, and it worked out for me. I was given a chance with the Philadelphia Eagles, and then with the New York Jets, and so I'm thinking he thinks that Colin should go that same route, but Colin didn't do anything, one, and then two, stop coming down on our brothers and our sisters for wearing their hair the way it comes out of our head naturally. You know what I mean? One of the reasons I have long hair is just to show my children there's nothing wrong with having long hair. There's nothing wrong with your hair. The way it comes out of their head, your head is fine. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with it. Just because, a certain segment of the population, even though it's a majority of the population, can't deal with it, and they probably will write rules and laws and put restrictions and this, that, and the other on you due to your hair. This is the reason. I don't know if you guys have seen any of my other videos. This is the reason that I'm showing them. Don't go out and work for those people. Don't go out and make your own way, make your own money. Blaze your own path, so you'll never have to beg for a job or beg for this or beg for that. I'm gonna show you how to get this money. Just follow the leader, and if you do what I say, you're gonna be straight. And that's what we as black, especially Americans, have to do, because they're not gonna give it to us. I guess I'm a Pan-African in that I believe anything that must be done for black people must be done by black people, and it starts at the grassroots, educating the children while they're young on business ownership, on how to play the stocks, how to this, that, and the other. There's so many advantages, you know, in starting young that gives your money a longer time to accumulate, that you really, it's imperative that we start them young, and so they won't have to, cut their hair and, shave their beard and try to conform to like societal norms that are placed upon black children or, black people in general, just because of the way we look. I think it's sad. And another point, when I go out of the country, it's so funny. Like, people think I have my cornrows in, or I'm rocking dreads or whatever. I mean, they think my hair is so amazing. They think it's so fancy. They want to touch it, but not in that not in that offensive way that whites here in America do. Like, oh, let me pet you. No. It's like, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. They're more in awe of it. So. I guess that's just an American thing but shame on Mike Vick for, for being, I guess, the other's voice, a mouthpiece for, trying to condemn a black person for wearing their natural hair, It's actually sad, because, he used to really stand for something, and I guarantee, if not for those, him having to quote unquote having to rehab his image, he still have those braids in, he still be fighting dogs, had he never got caught, he would still be the person that he was. But I guess I don't even know what to say about this guy, but I wouldn't suggest you ever watch Speak for Yourself. Jason Whitlock is the host, and he is a grade A coon. I hate to say it, but he definitely is. And I hate to call other black people derogatory names, but he fits the definition. If you looked up the word, you'd see a picture of him. So I would say don't watch the show. If you're gonna watch something, watch Skip and Shannon on FS1. I really like them. I'm not a big fan of Stephen A. Smith, kind of for the same reason. He talks out of the side of his mouth, and he really doesn't know what he's talking about. But I mean, that's really it for the day. Just profound disappointment in Mike Vick. And like I said, he's walked back the statements because I guess he's gotten backlash from people in the black community about how you gonna get on this man from rocking his hair the way it come out of his head. So, Colin, keep your hair long, stay black, continue to do what you do, continue to be, a role model for the children, continue to, do what you do with your charities. And I'm sure at some point, I'm hoping the best for him. I wouldn't say I'm praying because that does no good, but I'm hoping the best for him. I'm hoping that, he does get a job and continues to be a role model, But that's it for the day, man. Until next time, hear me roar. Please share, like, and subscribe, and I get you guys in a flip. Thanks.